Hello.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back.
Yo, it
Yes.
is crazy from the last time we were here. So, Deanna, it's crazy that we did two of these last year. But
Three.
and
I was gonna say, I think it was 3. Yeah.
It was June, July, August, and then
November.
you were correct. You were correct. You were correct. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
But we did three, and now we're starting off already in March with this one. So I don't know. I don't know how many's happening this year. There's a demand, and people are loving it. People are loving it. We got Facebook here. We got LinkedIn here. We got everybody here.
we got Ileka here. We had to bring Ileka in this time because we're like, Facebook, LinkedIn, like that's cool. But guess what, y'all? We need to get the YouTube folks involved. And I mean,
Who else?
you're looking for engagement when it comes to YouTube. Where else you gonna go except for to the Ileka Falette? We got Chanel in the house. Ileka, pop in. Tell us why you're excited. We are so glad you're here.
Yes. So this is exciting. It's so funny how we even came to this. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna host a summit." And I called Deanna like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this thing," and she was like, "I'm gonna do one the same week. Let's just do it together.
Let's just collaborate.
The expert series with us." And I was like, "Oh, that'll be fun." And I was like, "Why don't we share it for the whole audience?" And it just gives so much, first of all, for the audience, right? Everybody that's watching gets to stand in and learn how to gain ease and abundance in their lives, right?
Yeah.
Like how to really step that into their business. Because one thing that we've talked about, all of us have talked about several times, is this year is our year of ease
And abundance.
right? It
That's
gets
it.
to come when we make it easy, right?
Yes, yes.
That's a huge part of it. So I'm
Yeah.
excited for what the audience is about to gain today, because these speakers that we have, whoo,
Out of control. And what I love about this, Ileka and Greg, is that this is really a use case. So it's so important as we talk about ease, abundance, collaboration, reclaiming your revenue, all these things that we talk about, that people see that we actually live it too. So this summit, this series in and of itself, really is a use case for what happens when you embrace ease, abundance, and collaboration, because it literally encompasses all of those things. So, y'all, let us know that you can see us, that you can hear us. Let us know where you're popping in from. We got Chanel saying, "What's up?" And then we got Felicia Roberts. So far, those are folks that I see. We're gonna pop them up. There we go. They on the screen. What's going on, Chanel?
Chanel's incognito. She Facebook user, but at least she told us who she was.
Oh, she was, so she knew. She knew. She was like, I already know.
Especially she knew Alika was here. She knows she got to watch. She has to watch to be there. So she's like, yeah.
All the things. I'm excited for us to get started. Listen, we're doing a hot 2 hours each day, Monday through Friday. We have so many awesome surprises that are coming in. Hey, Hadiatu is here. We have so many awesome surprises. Y'all just let us know that you're here, because this is going to be an action-packed week. Lots of fun surprises, lots of opportunities for you to embrace ease and abundance. Everybody coming in now. They're coming in now. And I think it's time for us to have our first sponsor of the day. Is it time for our first sponsor, y'all?
I think it is.
It is.
All right. I'm gonna let Ileka introduce our sponsor, because this is one of Ileka's key people.
Yes. So this is my girl. Oh my goodness. So Lori McDowell, she showed up. We met about 3 months ago, which is so funny because it feels like we've known each other for quite some time now. We met about 3 months ago in this big event that one of our friends, Shiraz, was hosting. And so we were there, and she's like, "Hey, Ileka, I want to connect with you." And I was like, "Oh, I would love to talk." We started talking, and I was like, "Lori, you should come to my retreat."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, you know what? Let me come, right? I would love that." She's like, I would love to speak. And I was like, "Well, I don't know if we have any speaker spots available, so just show up." 3 days before the retreat, I was like, "Hey, Lori, one of the speakers had to couldn't make it. Do you want to speak?" And she's like, "Yep." And she immediately had her talk together, put everything together, and ignited the audience, because Lori is about ease and abundance. She's about shifting the way that you look at life, reinventing where you are and who you are over a certain age. Like you can reinvent yourself at any stage in life. And
Mm.
Lori has a story. I'm not going to share Lori's story because it's out of control, but
Wow.
amazing on how she chose to believe in herself and stand on her, right? She's standing on business. That's Lori. Lori is standing
I
on.
love that. I
I
love
love
that
that
so
stand on business.
much. Wow. Listen, let's go ahead and bring
Yes,
Lori up. Y'all show Lori some love in the chat.
yes.
Lori, welcome to our Success Tribe Expert Series. She's popping in now. Lori's here. Hey, Lori.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Just listening to the intro, I was like, oh, I can't wait to come up there. So this is going to be
Yes,
this is going to be great.
Yes.
We are so glad to see you here, Lori. You got so many hey Lori's popping in.
You
People
got
are so
fans popping
excited
in
to
already.
see you. Welcome to the Success Tribe, Lori, because you are new to the Success Tribe. So welcome to the tribe. We are so glad that you are here and helping to host today.
Oh, thank you so much. Like I said, I'm so excited to be here. The people, this is amazing. I mean, seeing so many successful people and all the people adding in the chat, it's amazing. So I'm really excited. We have some great speakers. I'm looking forward to the ones today. They're all so different, but they all have these amazing stories to help everybody, get ease and abundance. So it's going to be great.
That's so important. So, Ileka, I know that you were talking about Lori's story. We want to hear a little bit more about Lori and her story from her. Me and Greg are going to drop down so that y'all could chat a little bit because I know, I want to be able to take my notes. I'm going to take out my pen and pad, take out my notes so that we can hear more about Lori. And then we can start to set this day off, y'all. If y'all are ready for Lori, put a 1 inside of the chat. Me and Greg are going to pop down. We're going to let Lori and Ileka take it from here for now.
Yeah. Yes. Awesome. All right, Lori, you ready? I'm super excited about this. I remember in our event at the retreat last month, you really got the audience going. I'm already seeing some folks typing 1 in the chat because they're ready. They were ready for you to share. So, Lori, I'm going to actually pop down too, but what are you most excited about today first before we start?
I am just so excited to hear all these amazing speakers and to just see how they can all help us. Because I was reading all their bios and what they do, and I was like, oh, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to him. So there's going to be so much going on. Don't miss today and the rest of the week as well, because this is all, we've got, I think, was it 10 hours altogether? So 10 hours of amazing things to help you get success and ease and abundance and to just make your life more joyful.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Lori, we would love to hear the tips that you have to share today because I know when we at the retreat, at the Reclaim Your Revenue retreat a few months ago, it was a game changer what you shared. Like people were shifting in the room and folks online. So I'm ready to kind of hear your talk again. So let's pull up what you do. I'm going to drop down so you can share.
Okay. I'm going to see here if I can share some slides. I haven't done this on this, so there we go. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the reinvention mindset and, creating a life full of ease and abundance. And, I'm going to ask you, put a yes in the chat if the answer is yes. So do you want a life full of ease and abundance? Put a yes in the chat if you want that. Do you want more confidence? I mean, who doesn't want more confidence? We could all use more confidence. So keep putting yeses in if you want that. And do you want to feel empowered? Do you want to feel like you're in charge of your life? Put a yes if you're interested in that. I see some yeses coming in. So this is great. I know I want that. So I'm assuming everyone else wants these things as well. So I do want to thank Deana and Ileka for inviting me. I'm so excited to be a sponsor for an event, the host today. And I also want to thank all of you for taking time. I know everyone is busy, so the fact that you're taking time to be here is just amazing. But to tell you a little bit about my beliefs, I believe that everybody deserves to have a life full of ease and abundance. I believe that life is joyful and just full of empowerment. And I believe that it's your choice whether you want this life or not. So it's really all in your hands. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some people who made the choice to have a life full of ease and abundance and to really change their mindset. So I want you to meet Lori. Lori, not me. This is another Lori, spells a little bit different. But Lori came to me and Lori was just frustrated. Lori was working like crazy. She felt overworked. She knew she needed help, but she was afraid to ask for it. She thought, it was if she asked for help that it would make her seem weak. But she was just, she was arguing with her family. Her business was going okay, but she was just so frustrated. So we worked with Lori for a little bit, and now Lori learned to ask for the help she needs. She learned that she can make a choice and she's in control. And now her life is amazing. She's doing the same work, but it's easier. She has more time for her family. She's getting the help she needs, and her relationships are better. And it was really Lori made the choice to change that. So I want to tell you a little bit about my story. Right now, I am a coach. I'm an author of a book called The Reinvention Mindset. That book is coming out in May. I hope you'll all get it. It'll be on Amazon in the next couple of months. I'm excited about that. And my life is amazing right now. I'm like super happy. I love what I do. I love getting out of bed in the morning. But it wasn't always like that. About a year ago, I was working for a corporate job. And my job was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but it was a job. I had good benefits. And one day I went to a sales meeting. My sales meeting was about a 4-hour drive from my house. So I went to the sales meeting and drove from where I live in Kingwood, Texas, over to Austin, about 4 hours. I got to the hotel. I went to check into the hotel and they told me, "I'm sorry, ma'am, your room has been canceled." It's like, what? Must be some mistake. So I reinstated the room and I went and met with my boss. And as I walked in the room, my intuition was just telling me something's not right. He had his phone on the table and HR said to me, "This is HR. We are firing you. We are paying you till the end of the day. Go home." And I was just like, what? You made me drive 4 hours to fire me? I mean, who does that? It's crazy. I got in my car. It's now 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm making that 4-hour drive back home. And at first I was angry. I was upset. I didn't know whether to cry or to scream. And then all of a sudden the thought popped into my head, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. And it was like, oh my God, I feel better. I feel lighter. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I'm free. I have a choice to live the life I want to live. And at that point, I decided to change my life, to reevaluate what I wanted to do, and to discover, to take charge and be me. And, that's kind of my story. So enough about me. I want to talk about you a little bit. Do you feel like you're climbing that mountain of success and you've been climbing and you're climbing and suddenly you get to the top and you're looking around and you're like, there's nothing up here? Or maybe you forgot what you were climbing for to begin with. You're like, why am I here? Why have I been working so hard? Why have I been climbing? What's there? And you look down and you see this beautiful blue water and you realize, I want to be down there. And you want to jump, but it's scary. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can jump. You can make that choice. I waited for HR to push me off, but you don't have to. And I don't know if I mentioned, but when I got fired, that was about 2 weeks before my 60th birthday. So I reinvented and changed my life at 60 years old. So if I can do it at 60, you can do it at any age. So I did a lot of self-discovery and I came up, I'm an engineer by trade. So I came up with this equation: D times C times B equals A. D for discovery, C for conquer, B for breakthrough, and A equals an abundant life. Yes, they made me drive 4 hours to tell me to go home. They could have told me before I left. But today I don't have a lot of time, so I am just going to talk about D. D is discovery, and D is really the process of self-exploration. When I was a young child, this is me with the bad hair and the chubby yellow shirt. I had bad hair, I was chubby, I was really smart, and my name rhymed. My maiden name was Lori Tori. So needless to say, I got made fun of, I got bullied. My nickname was Two-Ton Tori. Kids weren't nice. But I got over that, and I didn't think it bothered me that much until I did this process of discovery. And I realized the thing that were holding me back was back what I had discovered back when I was young. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't see the me of today. I saw this 10-year-old chubby kid with bad hair. And until I faced that and realized that wasn't who I was, it was holding me back. So discover is where we go through that whole process and we look at, what does success mean? What are your goals? What's holding you back? What are your beliefs? What are your whys? And do you really want to change? And once you get to discover, everything is open. Gloria Stefan, she discovered herself. When her career was first started, they wanted her to change who she was. They wanted her to be less Latin. They wanted her to sing in English. And she said, no, that wouldn't be my success. That's not my why. And she stuck to what was her why and what was herself. And the rest is history. We know the story from there. So if she had changed, who knows what would have happened. So in Discover is really where you learn to discover yourself. It's just part of the process, but I'd love you to learn more about the process of Discover and then also of Conquer and Breakthrough to get an abundant life. So to help you do that, I want to offer you a free gift. If you kind of click the QR code here, or you can go to the link, the QR code will register you for the free gift. The first thing you're going to get is you're going to get a bingo card. So you can play it by yourself, you can play it with your friends. But the bingo card it has a free space, but it's full of activities, very simple activities, but things that can start you on that process to get a life full of ease and abundance and to reinvent yourself. And then after you get the bingo card, I'm going to send you an invitation for a masterclass. And the masterclass, we'll be doing it twice a month. The next one is April 2nd, but it's going to introduce you to all three of these steps: Discover, Conquer, Breakthrough, and help you get on an abundant life. And it's really going to give you some takeaways that can really help start you on the journey I started when I was 60 years old. I just want to introduce you to Marcia again. Marcia started her own business a couple months ago, and she was terrified. She also suffered from seasonal affective disorder, and she'd go back and forth between depression, anxiety, and just feeling like a failure to then, okay, I'm feeling better now. Marcia now says that she is so excited. She's not afraid of her company. She's embraced it. She's taking risks. And she's starting to see the results. The business is growing and it's doing really well. And she doesn't have the ups and downs that she used to because she did this Discover, Conquer, Breakthrough, and now she's living a great life. So once again, do you want an abundant life? Get your free Reinvention Mindset Bingo and Masterclass. And I hope to see you sign up because I think I would love to see you all at the Masterclass. And that's my story. So thank you. I'm going to figure out how to stop these slides.
Wow, Lori. Your story is absolutely incredible. And everyone in the chat, I see everyone from the chat and from the different places on Facebook and LinkedIn, from all the comments and everything, people were just like, wow, on your story. And like, it was just so, like I said, just so profound how you were able to say you can reinvent yourself at any point in your life. It doesn't have to be anything. You can't be too old. You can't be too anything. At any point, you can just find that time to reinvent yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You can't. It's just all a choice, and you really need to feel like, okay, I don't want somebody else to determine my success. I want it to be inside of me, and it's my choice. It's my life.
So. Yep. You know what always gets me about Lori's story is there is someone out there right now who's like 42 years old, and she's thinking, you know what? It's too late. I'm 42. I got kids. I'm married. I've had this career or this job forever. It's just I can't change nothing. This is just what I do now. And Lori's like,
not even 42, not even 42, like people in their 30s sometimes. 30, like they're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm in my 30s. I can't change anything. I have to think about retirement. I got to think about my kids' college fund. I got to think about all these things. It doesn't even take 40s anymore, especially like the economy and world we live in. It's the 30s. People are like, no, these are the things I have to be doing right now. And there's just so many things out there that just makes you think you have to be hitting these targets and you have to be doing these things. But if you're not living a happy life, what's the point?
Exactly.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Lori did this at what, 59?
It was like 59
years, 11 months,
51 weeks.
Right. 59 years, 11 months.
Yeah, I think of it as my birthday present to myself because they gave me that chance. It's funny, after I had planned this trip to Italy that I was planning to do for my 60th birthday, and after I got fired, I'm like, oh, I should really cancel it. I don't have any money.
No,
And I was like, no, I'm going. And I went to Italy for
absolutely
2 weeks. I just hopped on a plane and it was the most amazing thing. And it just started me on that, like, okay, I can do that. I can do whatever I want.
Mhm.
I don't have to let anybody else tell me what success is. Like, I don't need to have, 2 cars, 3 kids, the house in the suburbs, and the job with the. I can do what I want. I could make, and if you really believe it and it's going to work out, because I think we're all exactly where we need to be, and we all have what we need inside of us.
Mhm.
I-
And I gotta say, I love what you said right there, which is I'm not gonna let anybody else tell me what success is,
Hmm.
because that right there just hits, right? We're living on somebody else's version of success. And that's literally what you're doing in your program, is allowing people the space, holding the space for them to decide and develop what success looks like for them.
Hmm.
Whew, goosebumps over here.
Yeah, it's really amazing because people don't know, they look at they look like a success on paper. They have a good salary, they have benefits, they
Mhm,
have what looks like a job, and yet they're not happy. They get up in the morning, they dread, every Sunday night, they dread Monday, and it's like, well,
mhm,
why are you doing it? No one says you have to do it. There are other ways to pay the bills. There are other jobs, or maybe you even like the job, but you need to take control of it and tell your boss, I'm not working past 6 o'clock at night. I'm not working
mhm.
weekends. If you want me to work weekends, that's not what I was signed up for. So there's so much more.
Yeah.
And we just don't realize that we don't have to do what people tell us. We can take charge and figure out how to do what it is that makes us joyful.
Ooh,
Absolutely. And when you're taking away, like say, doing those things that you don't want to do, and you have that job that you're stuck in that you don't really enjoy, you take those things out on people that you don't mean to, and things get taken away from
mhm,
time that you really would want to be doing things and appreciating things.
mhm,
Like I said, and that can just mess up that job of just not setting those boundaries and just not being present, and what you want to do can just fall into
mhm.
all aspects of your life and completely just mess up relationships and opportunities.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what Lori, the other Lori that I talked about, one of my clients, she felt like, she had a son and a husband and she loved both of them. And she just felt like
Mhm.
every time she was with them, she was angry, she was stressed, she was
Yeah.
mad, and they weren't getting the best of her. And when she stopped and told them, look, I need help, I need you to help me, or we need to hire someone, I just can't do it all. Now they go, when they're together, they're having fun, they're doing stuff they love to do, they're not all angry and stressful. So it changes, not just does the business succeed, but your life gets better.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love it. I love it, Lori. Lori, for the people just tuning in real quick, remind them who you are and tell them one more time about this offer that you have.
Yes, I'm Lori McDowell. I'm an author, speaker, coach, and the CEO of a company called Reimagine Youth Strategies. And I have an offer. It's the first thing you get is you get a bingo card. So we all play bingo at some point in our life, and it's kind of a fun thing. You can do it by yourself, or if you have friends that you can all download the bingo card, you can play together and see who gets bingo first. And with that bingo card, there are 20, what is it, 5 times 24, because you get a free space, 24 activities that you can do, and some of them are as simple like give someone a hug. That might be one of the spots on the
Mhm,
bingo card, but they're all going to start you on feeling like life is joyful and that there's lots of possibilities. And then you also, once you sign up for the bingo card, you'll get an invitation to a masterclass where we go through the whole discover, conquer, breakthrough for an abundant life, and we take you through the process so you can get started to be more confident and to be willing to make the changes that are going to make your life more fulfilling and more joyful.
mhm.
Yo, that sounds like, so I love a good game of bingo, to be honest with you.
I
I
know.
really, really do enjoy a good game of bingo. I'm
Me
not even
too.
being funny. I enjoy a good game of bingo. But to be able to
Same.
do this and be finding those activities and just finding different things that you can just start looking at things a different way, or just taking time for yourself. So it just takes a couple moments just to
Mhm,
be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's things that necessarily like we take for granted. Like you said, one simple of just giving a hug. Just think about throughout your day people that maybe you should be hugging, or thinking about people that the way you greet, just the way you greet someone in general could just
yeah.
turn off relationships or just start things. So no, that's really something that I think a lot of people are going to be taking advantage of. Guys, make sure you text day one to 718 550-8706 to get this offer from our girl Lori, helping you find that abundance and ease in your life. Ileka, are you a bingo fan as me? Are you an avid bingo fan?
I mean, I would beat you in bingo, obviously.
See, I already knew it. She's Lori. She's not a
create my own success.
This bingo is fun because you don't have to wait for the numbers to come out. You get to pick if you're going to win. So really, it's more competitive.
Me and Ileka may find a way to compete against each other on it. Be like, no, my gift is better. Or like, no, my hug is better. We would find a way. But guys, make sure that again that you are texting day one to 718-550-8706 to get this exclusive offer that she's giving to the audience here on Facebook, LinkedIn, anyone watching the video, our guys on YouTube as well. We got people coming in. We got people saying, hey, everything is happening, man. This is going to be an exciting day. And Lori, you're going to be here with us all day.
I am going to be here all day. Like I said, I'm excited to meet these other speakers and learn more about what they're talking about. So I've got my notepad ready to take notes.
You gotta have the notepad ready. You always have to have it. Ileka, does my notepad familiar to you at all, Ileka?
Yeah, it sure does. Collabs in Cancun on that notepad.
This is the book. This is the book. I take this book everywhere with me, though. Anytime you see me or in a meeting, I have this book. If I don't have a book, it's a problem. Like, I can't even do like the switching books, but like this book, if I don't have this book, like the meeting I gotta have this. This is
you can't take no notes.
But guys, if you are jealous of my handy dandy notebook here from Collabs in Cancun, you could also have one for yourself if you would love to join us in our Collabs experience that we will be going on in a few weeks. I'm excited. I know you're excited, Ileka.
You know I am. Yes, Collabs International.
Collabs International, guys. And if you haven't heard, guys, we've done Cancun twice last year, but this year, in a couple of weeks, we will be in Montego Bay, man.
Ooh, you had the whole accent.
Yeah, you heard it, right? It was subtle but strong. All right?
Guys, I'm gonna have to look into that. I just watched the movie Bob Marley's One Love on Friday night, and I want to go back to Jamaica now.
I'm telling you, it's April. What is it? April 19th?
April 15th. April 15th.
15th through the 19th.
Tax day. Day. We're not thinking about our taxes. We're not thinking about it. We're just going to be on planes, done. On a beach somewhere eating I'll be eating oxtails. In case anybody's worried, I will be finding me all the oxtails that I could find. All right, guys. It is time to move on further a little bit in this day. I am going to go down, let you chit chat for a second, and then we are going to bring our next speaker up. But I will see you guys in a little bit.
Yep, definitely. So, Lori, this has been amazing. First of all, I can't wait to see you, and you're going to be in Jamaica. I'm excited.
I'll have to look into it. We'll check it out.
Definitely. No, but all right. So we are. Let's let you introduce the next person because this guy is a powerhouse. I'm super excited. Go ahead, read the.
I'm really excited to see what Brendan has to say. So our next speaker is Brendan Boyd, and Brendan is a digital media expert. His talk is going to be on the abundance of exposure, and we all need more exposure. I know that's something I struggle with. So Brendan is a dynamic podcaster. He's an accomplished digital media entrepreneur. He lives in Los Angeles, California. And he just has a passion for his craft. He has honed his skills and knowledge through years of experience. He's been in the fashion and real estate industries, and he empowers us business owners to achieve remarkable growth and success. So we just talked about empowerment. We know how important it is. And Brendan is going to help you figure out how to get more exposure and how that leads to more abundance.
Exactly.
He's got an amazing gift that he's going to give us. It's a 5-day challenge to help scale and grow your audience. So I'm excited to hear what Brendan has to say.
Yes, Brendan, let's bring him to the stage. Brendan. Hey.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on, everybody?
Good. Nice to meet you. This is super exciting.
Yeah, I think my background, my background kind of matches what's going on in a live on stream. I see that.
You're playing that. That was like, you know what? I know how this getting people exposure comes. Let me go ahead and match.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so let me ask you a quick question. We got a presentation type of vibe on here, or am I just going am I showing slides, or am I just gonna go off and just kind of kick it?
Yeah, if you have slides, you can go ahead and show them. If you have loaded them, otherwise, just go for it.
All right, cool. All right.
You know,
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
to. I will never have slides personally. I
All right,
love
cool.
just. I love just
I mean,
going for it.
I'm
I
always
know
ready
you
for
got
both.
it.
I'm always ready for both. Okay,
Yeah.
so one of the most important things I've learned, just in general is when it comes to your product or service or just getting your word out there is exposure. It's the number one. But for some reason, people do not pay attention to that, right? They want to perfect their product. They want to perfect the service, right? You want to keep improving. And what happens is the ability to put your energy into constant improvements, it also equals less sales, right? Because you're not putting it in front of people. The thing is, people don't want perfect. They just want the problem to be solved. So as many problems as you can solve, as many people that you can connect with, that's how you actually get to the sale, right? So if you ever sold one thing, just one thing, I don't know how active the chat is, but if you ever sold one thing, let me know in the chat. Just drop a one in the chat if you ever sold one thing. If you ever sold one thing, just put a one in the chat, right? Now, if you sold one thing, right? If you ever sold one thing, that means you can sell two, you can sell four, you can sell eight, you can sell 16, you can sell 32, 64, more and more and more and more and more. The problem is not enough people know who you are, what you do, and how you can solve their problem. Okay, so today what I want to do is I would like to give you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 4, 6. I'm gonna give you 7. I'm gonna give you 7 quick strategies that you can utilize, right? And even if you decide to only use one of them after today, I promise you that if you implement it, you will see a result. All right. But I'm going to give you a whole marketing plan. Now, before I start this, I always like to ask how many people in chat actually have a marketing plan for their business, like a marketing plan that you actually work, not something that you think, okay, I'm gonna do this today and I'm gonna do this tomorrow. No, you actually have a marketing plan that you're gonna roll out. If you actually have a marketing plan, drop a 2 in the chat. Let me see who actually has marketing plans in here, like actual plans. Like you meet with your team, you guys roll out a strategy. you know because over 50% of business owners do not have an actual marketing plan. Okay, so I see Lisa got one. See a 2 in the chat. Facebook user dropped a 2 in the chat. Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you a quick little marketing plan that you can implement, and then we'll open it up for questions and we'll kind of go from there. All right, so number one is going to be the 5-2W 1.5. The 5-2W strategy, okay? 5-2W. Okay. Now the 5-2W strategy is this. There's 52 weeks in a year. 52 weeks in a year. Now, before I even say this, drop a 3 in the chat if you can find anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes of free time to talk about your business in a week. You got 7 days. Let me know. Drop a 3 in the chat if you know you have 30 to 45 minutes every single week that you can focus on your business to let somebody know how you can help them. If you know you got at least 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, we got a couple 3s rolling out. All right. Also drop a 3 in the chat if you ever get a phone call or a FaceTime from a certain person in your life that by just looking at the FaceTime or the name pop up, it's going to be a 30, 45-minute call. Before you even pick up the phone, you already know it's a 30 or 45-minute call. Drop a 3 in the chat if that's you as well. All right. Now, if you said that you definitely have 30 to 45 minutes of time to talk about your business in front of people, and if you said you also have recognized that when somebody calls your phone, that they command about 30, 45 minutes, that means you definitely have the time. All right. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear. Now, since you definitely have the time, we're going to implement this 5-2W strategy. The 5-2W strategy is just this: one podcast a week for 52 weeks, which is a calendar year. That's going to guarantee you 52 different platforms with multiple audiences will get to learn about who you are, what you do, your brand, your business, your products and services. And it's evergreen, meaning if you come on my show, you talk about what you do and how you help people, and I post that, it's on forever. And if I search you, it's going to come up on YouTube. If I search you on Google, it's going to come up. So that means you're basically starting to compound your message on multiple audiences. You're becoming more searchable. You're becoming more findable. You're becoming more edifiable, right? And you're creating the visibility factor that makes you a category king or queen in your industry, right? Now, if you got an extra 30 minutes, extra 45 minutes, well, do you have an extra hour, an extra hour and a half? Because if you have an extra hour and a half, and you did this 2 times a week, that's 104 different platforms that get to discover you. And it's evergreen, omnipresent, right? Most people in your industry are not going to do this. You can easily skate past them and be the one that is known in your space by just doing this consistently. And it's only going to take you, depending on what's important to you on your journey, how much time you have, it's only going to take you 30, 45 minutes, right? Or 60 minutes to 90 minutes. It all depends. But if you commit to this and you carve out this time, you're going to easily be able to compound your findability and searchability, all right? So number one is going to be the 5-2-W strategy. And keep me honest on time too. I'm going to go as fast as I can, but give them as value as I can. Number 2 is this. How many of y'all, drop a 4 in the chat if you ever seen a Geico commercial, a McDonald's commercial, a Lexus commercial, a Coca-Cola commercial, right? Drop a 5 in the chat. Drop a 4 in the chat. If you ever seen McDonald's, Geico, Coca-Cola, even State Farm, right? Great Mama Force, you haven't seen all of them, right? Well, guess what? What if you created your own commercials for your products and services where you showed the problem or talked about the problem that your product and service solves? Most businesses are not doing this, right? You create your own commercial, and it doesn't have to be highly produced. It can be just with the cell phone. I don't know if there's any Super Bowl or football fans that are watching today. However, Kanye West, he did a Super Bowl commercial like this, right? Just with his phone, a selfie, nothing crazy, wasn't even edited, right? And he got in front of over multi-millions of audience. He got so many eyeballs. We talked earlier about perfectionism. That stops people from putting things out, right? But because of that, he was able to monetize immediately, right? So create commercials. Now check this out. If you're creating these commercials and you're going on these podcasts, you can ask the podcaster to put your commercial in your episode. So if Brendan watches your episode, I have to run across your commercial with a call to action back to where you want me to go, right? So commercials are extremely important. You want to be able to create these commercials, right? Number 3, capture your leads. Where are you sending your people? Where are you sending your people? Are you sending them to an email list, a text message list? Do you have a text capture? Like text Brendan to 5555, or go to BrendanKnowsPodcast.com or something. Where are you sending your people? This is another way where we're dropping the ball because we don't have a clear path to how we're collecting the data, right? So you want to make sure you either have a text keyword to send people to or a domain to send people to. And when you're sending them to these places, you want it to be one thing that they're going to get, all right? So that's number 3, capturing leads. Number 4, back on the podcast. Now, podcasters have no idea how to monetize. So what we're going to do is we're going to make money with them, all right? So If your product or service has a way that other people can promote it, i.e. affiliates, right? You can now turn the podcast host into an affiliate partner and have them promote your product and service on episodes that you're not even on. It's basically free real estate. It's free marketing, right? So let's say you come on my show, there's an affiliate opportunity. Amazon does this all the time. So many businesses do this all the time. I could talk about your product and service. I could put that commercial in my episode. If somebody buys it, it goes directly to you. You get the purchase and I get a commission, right? So turn your partners into hosts. And if you're going on 52 different podcasts, plus minus, even if you got 10% of that, that's 5. 20% of that, that's 10. These are all partners that are affiliate partners out making money with you, okay? Number 4, 20, and I think, then we'll kind of wrap it up for Q&A, right? Number 4 is this. 2024 is so vital and so important to have a personal brand. We're not going to go into that too deep, but I will tell you this. Make sure you have a YouTube channel, okay? You need to have a YouTube channel that gives free information about who you are, your products, your service, how it solves a problem. If you Google your product or service inside Google, or you go to answerthepublic.com and put it in there, it's going to give a list of questions that people are asking about the problem that you're solving. Make videos on each one of those problems, how your product solves it or how your service solves it, and then give that call to action back to where you want them to go. This is a cheat code, literally. All the insomniacs that are out there, all the people that just meeting you for the first time, they can spend time with you without having to spend time with you. It takes 6 to 15 touch points before someone actually feels comfortable, has the trust, and they make the sale. Well, if I could spend 30 minutes with Lisa, right? If I spend 30 minutes with Lisa without even talking to Lisa, and Lisa has a call to action on that video, I'm going to hit her up. I'm going to get that consultation call. I'm going to go right to her website. I'm going to text that number. Well, what if she has multiple videos and a podcast? I can spend 3 hours with Lisa, 4 hours with Lisa, decide, I trust her. You know what? I'm going to hit her up for the thing that I like to do. People don't buy your stuff. They buy into your brand, who you are. So the more you give out, the more you could be found. If you got a destination, you have a channel that can do the work for you. Pour free information into your channel so people can find it and then follow them back to a call, a book a call, or a low ticket product or a free community, and then upsell them from there. All right. So I want to make sure that we open up for questions. And then I can give a couple of bonuses kind of depending on the question. So who asked questions? I guess just put them in the chat and I'll just go in from there. Time goes by when you're having fun.
I'm telling you.
Time just goes by super fast when you're having fun.
I mean, Brendan, that was powerful. And just hitting on a couple of things that you mentioned, like the fact that, that people need to see you. They need to feel like they know you, right? And when they're watching a bunch of your YouTube videos back, one after another, like we both have YouTube channels. And Lori, I think you might even have one too. No,
it's on my to-do list, and I felt like you were talking to me because it's on my to-do list for next week. This week, because I search myself on YouTube and all this stuff comes up, and it's like, well, why aren't these on my channel? So I'm working on it.
Yep, Brendan, this is great information too. So for somebody who, let's say you have a YouTube channel that you've had for a while, right? But you've been inconsistent about posting. Do you have any advice on how to get back to bringing that live again, so folks can get back to when they put your name in, your YouTube videos and stuff come up?
Yeah, I would just dust off the channel. You got to dust that channel off, and you gotta pick a content day, a day you're gonna shoot, and have a day or two where you're gonna release videos, and then just take it serious, right? If you're really serious about helping people, and you're really serious about what you're giving to the world, then you'll take this serious, because you're going to be able to multiply your message 24 hours a day by each video that you deposit into YouTube and into the marketplace. Plus, if you're someone on here that wants to get a little bit busier on content, like you can do better on social media content. I want to post more consistently. I want to have more content to post. Well, guess what? Each video that you make will create micro pieces of content that you can release into your social media platform. Maybe you're someone that was like, you know what? I want to get more serious about social, but I just don't know what to post. Well, going on podcasts and making YouTube videos, create micro pieces of content that you can redistribute, right? The game is, even if I don't have the best product, but I'm more visible, I'm going to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
If I have brand association, I'm going to beat you. I literally shot a podcast this weekend, right? It was a collab. Right. And I invested money into this because this individual had a price point. I invested money. We just shot a video showing that we did the podcast, like a little video. I put that up. The podcast is not even edited yet, and I already got 9 leads just from that post. Right? Just from that post. So you need to create and put it out. And the perfectionism will keep us back. But it's not, the messages aren't for us. They're for who they're meant to be for. So I would create and I would distribute the content.
Well, and that you're if you're waiting for it to be perfect, you're hurting the people that could benefit from your content today. So by waiting, you're just really, they don't need perfect content. They need help and they need your advice today. So putting that out is great. I love the way
they don't
the
even know it's
ideas
perfect.
about. Yeah,
exactly.
I love the idea about collaborating with podcasters too, because so many people, they do a podcast, the podcast get released, and that's the end of it. And they didn't, and it doesn't help the guest, it doesn't help the person running the content. So the ideas of the affiliate program and the commercial, I love that.
And repurposing.
And you could take it a step further. If that podcaster has an active YouTube or active Instagram, or you do vice versa, you can collab again and go live with them. That means you get another look at that person's platform. You can go TikTok live, Instagram live, YouTube live, or all the above, and you build that relationship that gives you, that's like free. So let's say there was an investment, or that means you get some additional looks. Let's say there was an investment. That means you get additional looks on a platform that you didn't have to pay for. So if the podcast comes out on a Wednesday, you can go live on a Thursday. So and that's another audience. It might be people that catch the live that find out about the podcast, or vice versa.
Yeah. And the way this leaning back into ease and abundance, think about it, right? You get that podcast, that YouTube video, whatever that is out there. And now the ease and abundance comes from make it into short micro content, multiple different posts, things like that. I love how you use the Kanye West example. I'm going to use a Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay example. One really cool thing that Club Shay Shay is doing that I've not seen before, and actually Nightcap is doing it too, which is his other show. What he's doing is he's doing a live video, right? Him and what's his name? Unc and Ocho. Him and Ocho Cinco are doing a live video 3 times a week, let's say. That video, that live is an hour and a half, 2 hours. Then they're taking 12-minute edited pieces of that and posting it as new content on YouTube. And many times those 12-minute videos are getting more views than the live video, and more people are seeing them. Then they take that and cut it into little 1-minute videos, right?
Yeah.
Ease and abundance all day, right? Like people are seeing you. You haven't done anything but create one live video.
Exactly. All right. So that's like the long form. I call those segment videos, and then you have your micro content, right? So most people don't do anything with the content after they record it. So you can literally go back. If you're like, oh, I did a podcast 2 years ago. It's new. Go back and get it. Ain't nobody seen it.
Because your audience is completely different. And, there's so many people out there. You put something a couple months later, it gets a completely new look. So
100%. Yeah.
Yep. And so what do you have? Tell us what you have for the audience, Brendan, because I know folks are wanting to hear.
All right, cool. So for those that want to go a step further, you want to learn more about growing your audience, some of these strategies that we talked about, you want to spend 5 days with me and some good speakers. Next week, we're doing the Audience Growth Challenge. I'm gonna drop the link. Well, let me see.
We have the link.
I can't. Okay. Yeah. So all you got to do is go to audience actionablegrowthchallenge.com. And for as little as $97, there's a $97 ticket, a $197 ticket, and a $297 ticket. So for as little as $97, you can spend 5 days with me and some amazing entrepreneurs. We'll help you build out your marketing plan. We'll break down different strategies that you can implement right away. That's going to help you level up your business. So that starts next Monday. AudienceGrowthChallenge.com.
Yep. So you know what? I love this because and you can get it by just texting day one to the thing across the screen. So it'll be easier for them. They'll immediately get it. But here's the thing, right? In these 20 minutes, Brendan has just dropped a ton of jewels, right? Lori got her whole notepad full, right? And so many people have been taking amazing notes. Imagine what you get in 5 days. Oh, look, Greg got his notepad full,
Greg's
right?
got his notes.
Imagine what you get in 5 days in this audience growth challenge. I mean, that's game changing, right? And I love how you have the different price points. $97 for the, you come in and you see, and I'm sure the $197, now you getting extra stuff. You getting like that VIP experience, or I don't know if there's a $297 also. Whether there is or not, the more you go, the deeper you're in. And if you're getting this level of information from just, 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Imagine 5 days and bringing in other experts.
Yeah, all those 7 tips, and they were relevant to, I think, anyone in their field or whatever they're doing. If you're really serious about getting out there and sticking to a plan and doing the work to it, those 7 tips that Brendan gave us can help you get to the goals of where you want to get to.
Exactly. Brendan, what's funny too, that was highlighted that I thought was really cool and funny is that when you said who sold something, right? We got a bunch of ones, right? Then you said, okay, type in, I think it was 2 if you have a marketing plan. And we got like 1, 2 because fact of the matter is
nobody has a plan. Yeah.
Most people don't have a plan.
Somebody put a 1.5.
1.5, right?
I was like, I get that. I get it.
Yeah.
I was like, I get it.
Right?
Yep.
And tell us, I would love to hear, for folks who are sitting in that, I need to get to that too, right? That 1.5 person or that one person who sold a few things, but knows that they could get to a whole nother level with a marketing plan. Are those the people what will they get from this challenge that's going to take them into creating that marketing plan and stepping into that next level?
So we're going to build out your entire marketing plan. So the thing is this, obviously, I'm in the podcast space for sure, but the foundation is marketing, right? Because if you go on a podcast, what the hell are you going to do with the content?
Exactly.
If you ain't got no plan, you're just going to be on a show, go home, and then the show don't do what you wanted to do. You're going to be like, I'm not even going to do this no more, right? You actually got to have a plan. Over 50% of business owners do not have a marketing plan, and they don't even invest in marketing. Most business owners rely on 2 things, word of mouth and referrals. And the referral stream that they rely on isn't even consistent because they're relying on the referrals that come from the word of mouth. So if you're not actively talking about your business or getting in front of people every single day, you're not even giving your business an opportunity to stay alive. Because as there's blood in our veins, right, and oxygen that we breathe, the blood and oxygen of your business is you talking to people or people knowing about who you are and what you do. So there's a lot of businesses out here that are flatline or is shaky. It's like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because consistently you're not talking about this is how I can help, right? And that's why the YouTube thing is such a huge cheat code, because you can go on YouTube or you can go on Answer the Public right now. You could type in your thing and there will be a list of, on YouTube, it'll be a list of videos with titles. On answerpublic.com, it'd be over 30 questions that your ideal client is probably asking Google and YouTube about. And you just make the videos and answer all those questions.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a simple cheat code. That's something that took me, I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I had to sit there and search and watch a million videos to get to even that information that you just dropped right now, like searching and answering
my notebook here.
Answering the questions that your ideal audience, your ideal client wants to hear. Like, people often ask, like, how did I grow my audience? YouTube. And people continue to come back and watch. YouTube is golden, and people are sleeping on it or don't know how to grow it because they don't have that marketing plan to grow it in the way that's actually gonna be beneficial. So
I think, like you said, people are like you said, people don't know how to grow it, and it just making it so much more complicated than it really needs to be. And as our guy Brendan just told us, it's about the consistency with it. There are things out there for you to get to that place, but you just got to be consistent with it. It's not going to work if you're halfing it all the time. Yo, Brendan, for the people who just joined in real quick, let them know who you are, your business, and let them know about this offer that you're offering us, people watching.
Yeah, 100%. Thanks a lot, man. So my name is Brendan Boyd. I'm a digital media entrepreneur. I have a podcast, and because of my podcast, I've been able to not only build amazing relationships, but create leverage and build businesses off the podcast, right? So one of my businesses is I help entrepreneurs and business owners get on podcasts so they can get more exposure. And then the other one is an editing service. So what we're doing next week is I'm doing a 5-day challenge, audiencegrowthchallenge.com. And for 5 days, we're going to help you we'll teach you how to get more exposure for your business, the power of personal brand, and we're going to give you a marketing strategy that you can literally go out and implement immediately, right? So the only work that don't work is the work that you don't work, right? So if you come in there and you work and you get these strategies and get these and get these techniques and you implement them, you're going to get a result. All right. Now, I'm in Miami right now at a lobby of an Airbnb that I stayed at, and I've been here for a week. Now, the reason why I've been able to travel, I haven't been home for like 3.5 weeks. The reason why I've been able to travel, move around, is because my business has exposure and I have an online business. So I can work from anywhere. So if you desire that, if maybe your hurdle is, man, I just need more revenue, I just need to do more business, I don't hit these numbers, it's math. It's a formula. It's an equation. So the more exposure you get, the more leads you can capture. The more leads you can capture, the more sales you can close. The more sales you can close, the faster you can get to your goal. So it's just that simple. So hopefully, join me next week at the audiencegrowthchallenge.com. We'll go over all of this. And as a bonus, if you do come, what we'll do is we'll do your money map. So we'll figure out the math with the marketing of how to get you to your goals.
Yo, all this, Brendan, after he just dropped us with these 7 tips, all these things that you are getting if you sign up for this 5-day course that he has. He gave us the information, guys, but also text day one to 718-550-8706 to holler at our guy, Brendan, and to get on this offer. Before we let you go, Brendan, last question for you, man. For the people watching, what type of collaborations are you looking to make?
So right now I'm looking to do collaborations with, well, most likely it's either going to be podcasts or content collaborations, right? So if you have a good audience and you're looking to either collab on a video or come on a podcast and share your story, that's what we're looking for. We're just looking for people that are interesting, got good stories, and have the good energy to collab. Yesterday I collaborated with a gentleman that's really big on YouTube, and we did a couple of videos yesterday. So that's really what it's about. 2024 is the year of collaborations. If you're not collaborating in your business, I would find, what I would do if I was someone, I would find some of the top people in your space, right, and collaborate with them. That's what I would do.
Exactly.
Right, because there's not competition. They already got their customers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're speaking to where they're speaking to. We can do the same thing. Listen, when you go to the airport, what airline got a gate with no passengers? They all got passengers. Alaska, Delta, American Airlines,
even
UA,
Spirit,
JetBlue, Spirit, even Frontier, Frontier, right? They all got customers.
That's right.
All the airlines are at the same airport. So we shouldn't have to worry about competition. Ain't no competition, right?
Exactly.
Who's going to be for you is going to be for you, right? So hopefully I'll see y'all next week. And I appreciate being here.
Yep. You speaking the Success Tribe
Thank
language.
you.
You know, we all about collaboration over here. So I love that. And you know, you and I got to talk because you said, you were speaking right to me, right? Got an audience, got a story. Let's go. We're going to figure something out.
Let's get it.
Yeah, you know it.
Brendan, we appreciate you, man, guys. Again, make sure you text day 1-718-550-8706 to get our guy Brendan's offer that he's offering here. Yo, we appreciate you, Brendan, and we will see you around, man.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot. You guys
right,
have a great one.
Take care.
Wow. Well, I can't believe the 7 tips that he gave, like I said, just how relevant they can be on anywhere you are in your business. If this is something that you're looking to get to your marketing, something that you're really intentional on, that you're trying to get in tune on. He gave you the things that you can just do to get to where you need to and hit those goals that you have.
Exactly.
And they were so simple, didn't take that much time or that much money, just a little bit of effort. And you hate to see we all have good products, good content, and if they don't get to the right audience, it's such a shame. So I took 3 pages of notes, and I'm gonna see if I can clear my schedule and attend his event next week.
There you go, Lori. Lori, I'm waiting for your YouTube channel. That's what I'm waiting for, Lori. I'm waiting.
I said it's on my to-do list because I even said I have a 20-year-old son, and I'm like, can you help me make a YouTube channel?
You know,
he looked at it, he's like, you need a lot of help.
You know what I love though is that sense of, you know what? Because what I love about you, Lori, is you're like, you know what? I don't know everything about everything. I know about the stuff that I'm doing. I know how to show folks how to reinvent, how to reimagine you. But you know what? I don't know how to put up this whole YouTube channel. So let me hire somebody to do it. Right. And you are open and humble to be like, I don't know everything. So let me go ahead and reach out to Brendan for this, creating this content and creating the marketing plan. Because I got this reimagine you. I'm just going to get it out there. Now it's time to get it out there. Right. I love that. Because a lot of folks will sit in the, I can do it myself. I can do it myself. Okay. And take 17 and a half years to get 4 YouTube followers, or, or you invest, right? You invest your time and also you invest your funds in your growth.
Ileka,
do it.
Ileka, you know whose YouTube channel I'm really looking forward to, though?
Oh.
Dr. Bonnie's YouTube channel. That's the YouTube channel I'm looking forward to. So we all know that Ileka taught Beyonce how to sing. We know that. Like, that's a fact. Like she taught her how to do that. Dr. Bonnie is the one, a lot of people may not know this. She is the one who taught Bill Gates everything that he knows about computers. She is the technology guru of them all. Like, she does it all. So I am excited for everything that she's going to be offering. I'm going to go down before she comes up because I know she's going to come over her knee. She's going to have something to say. So I'm going to leave. And then we're going to I'm going to let you guys talk for a little bit. And then we're going to get Dr. Bonnie up to the stage. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
All right. Thanks.
Bye, Greg.
This is awesome. Dr. Bonnie is amazing. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce Dr. Bonnie, Lori. She's
okay.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear Dr. Bonnie talk, because Dr. Bonnie Wilson, she is the executive coach extraordinaire. So she is going to talk about transitioning with ease from the promotion pipeline to the promotion sected list. So she's not going to just have you trying to get promoted. She's going to help you get that promotion. She's got some 3 kickstart tips that are really going to give it. So Dr. Bonnie she's an internationally certified coach, and she's a CEO of Exceeding the Mark Executive Coaching and Consulting. And she works with ambitious people. We're all ambitious, but that want to fast track their careers. They don't want to go from being promotion ready. They want to go to being promotion selected. Her background is in leadership, coaching, and consulting. And she has made she's been successful working with international and global clients throughout multiple industries. She's worked with people in telecommunications, healthcare, marketing, the armed forces, fashion, manufacturing. I mean, could she be more diverse? Dr. Bonnie can help everyone. So she prepares leaders for success, and she's going to come and talk to us. This is really, I'm excited to hear Dr. Bonnie and to hear about, she's got a great free gift offer for you as well. So looking forward to this.
Yes, Dr. Bonnie's amazing. Anybody who's ever met her, y'all are going to see her in a second, but anyone who's ever met her or spoken to her or heard her speak, they want to be her best friend, right? She's a go-giver. She's someone who gives, right? She gives, and not only is she giving a ton of value, but she gives with her whole heart. So she's absolutely incredible. I'm super excited to hear her. Let's bring her up. Let's bring Dr. Bonnie up.
Hey.
Oh, hey, did you try and take my voice? My voice ability? You know, I'm a singer here.
Well, since I'm the computer whiz, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
The Bill Gates part was what got me. And the other part was, Ileka, you said it takes 17 and a half years to get 4 followers. I was like, 17, like, let's do the math. That's 1 follower for every 4 years. Like, where did you get the 17 and a half years? I'm trying to understand.
This is people out here who keep trying, but they aren't doing the right things because they haven't invested to get the information on how to do it, right? And so they're just like, oh, I'm posting, nobody's watching. I got zero.
I got 2 comments today.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still back though. Where did you get the exact number?
The
17.5 years.
I know people, and I was like, are you still posting on YouTube? It's been 17 and a half years. You only got 4 followers. So, you know, I'm just going with people that I know.
No, I appreciate that. I was like, let me write some notes. Okay, first I need to write down what Brendan said because I need to do that. And then, okay, Ileka, what? 17 and a half years? Okay, let me just do the math. Anyway, hey, thank you for having me on. This is great. Even as I listen to the introduction, I'm going, could you all please tell my husband how wonderful I am? It aggravates the heck out of him that no matter where I go, I am able to connect with people. So I've literally stepped out the backyard. When we first moved here, the guy was putting his chairs out from the winter, from cleaning everything up. Yeah. We had just moved here. I opened the door. Hey, how are you? My name's Bonnie. Yeah. Are you married? What's your wife's name? Then I had to come to meet the guy next door. His name is Joe. He's like, what the heck? Right. Now I'm best friends with his wife. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I make connections with people and how I became the CEO extraordinaire of Exceeding the Mark Executive Coaching and Consulting. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate the introduction, and I don't want to waste people's time. So I'm going to jump right in with this content.
Let's make it happen.
I really want people to walk away with those 3 ideas to kickstart moving from promotion ready to promotion selected. So grab pencil and pen. Then you can add a piece of paper with the pencil and pen, and let's get started. So the clients that I have are successful, ambitious leaders who want to learn to showcase their results so they can move from ready to selected. So we can use a couple of words. We can talk about promotion. They want to move from promotion ready to promotion selected. In some organizations, it's called succession. So if that's where you are, you can use either one. But anyway, you want to be going from that ready, that I know I want to be promoted, but I'm not really sure what to do. And I know I'm a bomb, but I don't know how to move to that next step. So I'd like to give you 3 areas you can work on. And, everything is a Bible verse to me because that's how I was raised. But there's a verse in the Bible that talks about faith without works is dead. So we can talk about all these wonderful things you can be thinking of, or I can do this and I'm going to do this. But if you don't put some action behind it, you'll never get anywhere that you want to. So I can make these wonderful weight goals or these wonderful goals that let me make a list of all the things I'm going to do for 2024. Let me record a video. Let me call Brandon. Let me do some reimagine work with Lori. But if you don't make that call, it doesn't happen. So when we're talking about promotions, you need some specific down to earth things you're going to do. So let's start with our first one. You have to make your request known. Again, I keep thinking of a Bible verse. I can't help myself, but there's a Bible verse that says, make your request known unto God. How do I think of it? I think of one of my clients, a client who never voiced their willingness to take on even an interim chief nursing officer job. So healthcare is my background, but I've seen it in other people. I asked, did you tell your boss? Did they know that you were interested in getting a promotion? And here's their response. No, they should know. I talk to them every week. I mean, we had my evaluation and I kind of mentioned it, but just mentioning it in passing, it's like running past somebody in the airport and go, hey girl, hey, and then think that they should know you all the time. That's not the way this happens. You need to regularly talk to your boss. regularly have that conversation of, I am really interested in being promoted. I'm looking for other opportunities. It might or might not be in my service area, but I really want to be able to move forward. Now, I'm not telling you go out of your expertise. So a finance person probably shouldn't go into let's pick one. So shouldn't go in maybe into advertising. But you probably can do some things in there. So how do you partner with the advertising people to be able to make things grow? If you're a leader, what I found is when you're a leader of one thing, you know how to be a leader of a lot of different things. So think outside. I hate when people use cliches, but whatever. Think outside the box. Think of, where can my leadership skills be used? And I'll give you a personal example. My background is emergency services. And so I've been in that since I was 2, so that was probably like 20 years ago. But I've been in there, and a job came open for a surgical services leader. So somebody with like that OR stuff. And that's not where I came from. But as I interviewed and as I talked to people, one of the things the leader said is, we're not looking for somebody that knows the operating room inside and out. We want a leader. We want somebody who's going to challenge the things that we say all the time and make sure that we're not just doing this because we've always done it. So I would encourage you to look beyond this little box of where you are and say, where can my skills, my leadership skills, be used? It might not just be the finance person in the finance department. Are there other departments that need a financial expert where you can go in there and do what needs to be done? Because again, just think back to my client. If you don't say something, then no one will know. I think of another client I had who had told the CEOs that, I'm interested in being a chief operating officer. Imagine what happened. Several times the CEO came and said, guess what? This job hasn't been posted yet. I'm going to post it, and I wanted to let you know ahead of time so you can go talk to some people, get some information from them, and know what's needed. So make your request known. So there's tip number 1. Tip number 2, showcase your results. Now, here's what I get from a lot of folks. Showcase my results. Like, I'm going to wait. If I showcase my results, I'm showing like I'm being a smartass. I'm being all out there. I'm showing off. Well, women on this webinar, I'm going to ask you one quick question. And there's men on here. I want you to cover your ears and make believe you don't hear this. Do you think any male in your house, any male that is on this speaker series, says, you know what? I'm not going to tell anybody about this wonderful work I do. I'm going to keep it to myself. As women, we are famous for not wanting to showcase our results because we say, I don't want it to look like I'm bragging. I don't want it to look like I'm better than everybody else. Well, the numbers show that you are better than everybody else. For example, I like using the finance example. If the goal for your budget is $1,000, you're not supposed to spend any more than $1,000. And every year you spend $900. And so you save that additional amount, that $100. And then there's another department whose goal is $1,000. And every year they spend $1,500. Who is seriously, who's doing the best? The person that's saving that money every single year. So how do you showcase those results? How do you brag about, yes, I am the best? And how do you still make it humble in a way that people want to come and talk to you? So here's what I saw some of my clients do. I have a client named Tim. We'll keep the name so that no one knows who he really is. Anyway, Tim is amazing. He had been promoted pretty quickly because he had been showcasing his results. He had told his boss that he was interested. And what happened when he started showing the way he was connecting with his staff and how his retention rate was staying really, really high, guess what? His boss came back and was like, Tim, we're going to do this presentation. We're going to talk to the whole organization. Could you please share with everyone what you've been doing? Share like the way you put this process in place and then what your retention rates have looked like, because I want other people to do it the way you do. So if you share your results, then others can mimic what you're doing. Here's the flip side of it. If you don't share your results, that's on you, and you are keeping people from learning to do things a much better way. So when you share, if I share with the person next door, look, I see your tomatoes growing, they're all leggy. Look at mine. They are really looking great. Can I tell you what I did? If you share at your organization, gosh, I've seen that employee engagement results, employee engagement, employee retention, that they're really kind of, this is a very professional word, are you all ready? They're kind of sucky. Then how do you show them a different way to do it? Let me talk to you. Let me explain what I've been doing. I do this with my staff. I meet with them regularly. I don't do flyby of, hey, how you doing? Don't want to talk anymore. No, I'm very, very specific with what I do. So share those results. Don't feel like it's a bad thing to show what you're doing well, because go back to that example. If you've saved $100 every year and this other person has overspent by $500, don't you think that person wants to know the specifics of what you do? So share it. Be out there. Be proud. Be excited. Be all you can be, like the military. Okay, your third one. So we've had two, make your request known. That's what Carol did. That's how somebody finally realized she wanted to be promoted. Then showcase your results. That's what Tim did, was able to showcase the results. His CEO actually started making him an example and having people report to him, and he got promoted twice. Now here's the really, really big one. Get a coach. Get an executive coach. And why do I say that? I heard my coach say something that I thought was so amazing. She said, you can't read the label on a pickle jar if you're inside of it. Now, the first thing that came to my mind is I love pickles, so I wouldn't get out of the jar anyway because I'm in there eating them all up. But in all seriousness, I can't see if I'm inside my own self. I can't see if I'm staying just within my organization and I'm only getting feedback from other people that hear me, that know me. When you get a coach, they are your external trust partner. They are confidential. They don't know all the stuff that's going in your organization. So when you talk about this person is getting on my nerves and I tried to have an appointment with this person, they ignored me or whatever, the coach is that executive outside person. They don't know the name. All they're listening to is concepts. They're listening to specific flows of things. Plus, they are your, I love this word, they're your accountability buddy. They are that person who can stand there and go, okay, let's go back to Carol. Carol, you mentioned that you were going to let your chief nursing officer know that you were interested in a job. You mentioned that you were going to tell her at your next meeting on Monday. How did that conversation go? Well, I didn't really have it because the meeting got canceled. Oh, I understand. Things happen. Let's set another date. When do you think you can do it? Then the other question your coach is going to ask you is, how are you going to hold yourself accountable to that goal? So what are you going to do to make sure you can do it? And when here's what people say to me a lot of my clients go, oh, I'll put it on my calendar. Now, I don't know about you, but when you hang up the phone, what do? You kind of like go off, do other things. So when people say, I'm going to put it on my calendar, here's how this accountability buddy holds you accountable. I go, okay, I'll wait. And they go, waiting for what? I'm waiting for you to put it on your calendar. Oh, you got it? Okay, let's move on. So that's what a coach does. They're your trusted, external, objective thought partner who holds you accountable, and they are your accountability buddy. So why do I say all these things? How do I know that these things work? Because I've had client after client after client who's been able to go from being promotion ready to promotion selected. I watched one client. Her words were exactly this. I was so proud of her. She said, coaching saved my life. Coaching made me realize that I didn't need to stay in the background, that I could do these things that I was dreaming of. And she was able to move forward and suddenly not only get that dream job, but moved another job beyond that because her boss saw the amazing things that she was doing because she was showing her results. She had made sure her boss knew that she was interested, and she had an external coach, someone who was working with her with, okay, Joey, what are you going to do? Okay, when are you going to do it? Okay, how did you make sure it's going to happen? And lo and behold, not just one promotion, but 2 promotions. So what I'd like to offer you, every single one of you, is an opportunity to connect for a 30-minute strategic session where we can talk through Is this the right relationship for you? Can we work together to get you past this dream of here's what I'm going to do to this real specific timeline of how am I going to get promoted? Because remember, and we're going to go back to my background, faith without works is dead. So you can keep on keep on. My father used to say, keep on keeping on. You can keep on doing the same things over and over. And we all know what the definition of insanity is. It's doing that same thing over and over and expecting different results. How about you make today that day when you change what you're doing? Make today the day when you're going to do something different, where you're going to reach out and text the number to be able to get on our calendar. How about you do something different today than what you did yesterday? How about you let your boss know, you know what, I've been interested in a promotion forever. How about you let your boss know, I want to showcase my results. The next time we're doing a big organizational presentation, can I get up there and talk about what I've done to make a difference? Then how about you reach out today and schedule your 30-minute strategy session so we can see if we're a match. I'm Dr. Bonnie Wilson. I'm the CEO of Exceeding the Mark Executive Coaching and Consulting, and I work with ambitious and successful leaders who want to move from, what is it? Promotion ready or succession ready to succession selected. Thank you all, and I look forward to hearing quite a few of you.
Wow. That was so great, Dr. Bonnie. I mean, I loved all that advice. I took a bunch of notes and particularly that get a coach. I mean, coaches are the best thing to ever happen. And I don't know how people try to do it without a coach. They think they can, I mean, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, they had coaches. Why do we think we don't need them?
Right. I think we can do it. We think we can do it ourselves. And this is another thing I want to make sure people know is a coach who doesn't have a coach should be fired. So if you're working with someone who doesn't have a coach, I know every single one of you here has a coach. I have several, because there's one that makes sure my money mindset is right. There's another one that's like poking at me all the time, my accountability buddy. I met with one right before here that kind of has to wrangle me into, Dr. Bonnie, you've done this before. Get in there. Come on, let's do it again. So yeah, I probably have 1, 2, 3, 10. Yeah, like because I'm a little slow in picking things up. No, I do have several coaches because again, I think if you don't have a coach, you should be fired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, never hire a coach who doesn't have their own coaches because.
Yep. Exactly, because they think they know everything. They think they're the end all be all. If you aren't being,
none of us do.
Right. Exactly. It's like we all should be, and also we should always be progressing and growing. And like you said, I've heard that for years. It's like you can't read the label when you're inside the pickle jar. And I love pickles too. So Dr. Bonnie and I were right. Right. So I love that saying. And it's so true and so real. Dr. Bonnie, I love how you are leaning into that career path person, those people who are like, you know what? Because sometimes when you're in the career, I know I was in corporate for 20 years and I wish I'd had a coach or someone to guide me, because I wouldn't have gotten so frustrated. I wouldn't have been in a situation where it took years or months to ask for either the raise or the promotion or whatever, because I didn't know how to do it at the time. And so having someone to guide you through that process and say, hey, what do you do? You said you were going to do this, holding you the accountability. Is that what you do?
Accountability buddy. Yeah.
Accountability buddy. That is gold, because how many times do we commit to ourselves and drop that commitment because it's not as important?
Well, it's why, Ileka, why I really push people when they're trying to do things with the work that you've done. I'm like, you can already say you're going to do it, but get with somebody who's going to be saying, I love you. I love you. You do what you say you're going to do.
Did you do it?
Right. Exactly. So I just think it's really important to have somebody that knows those steps, who work with clients that they've moved to those steps, and then will hold you accountable to get there. I have so many clients I reach out now to. One just came to mind a few minutes ago where she's like, Dr. Bonnie, I got promoted again because I did what you said. So it's just really important, I think, to find somebody who's been there and done that and will make sure you're not having faith without those works, because, folks want to be all godly. God's going to help me get there. I'm like, yes, he is. Do the work.
Right. You're just going to sit
so
there.
Many of us are, sorry. I say so many of us are afraid to ask because, we don't want to hear no, or we don't want to hear we're not ready. But, we have to advocate for ourselves. Our corporation's not going to say, oh, let's worry about Lori. Let's worry about Ileka, see what they need to do. We need to do that. And if you don't ask someone and you don't tell them what you want, no one's going to read your mind. So I love that you made that your first point.
Yeah.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
Well, and what I heard somebody say a long time ago, your performance development is not the responsibility of your organization. It is your responsibility. So it's not somebody else's responsibility to make sure you go to the classes that you need and make sure you get the help that you need. It's your responsibility to reach out and say, Dr. Jones, can you help me? I really want to get a coach to help me get these things done. I've done some research. Here's what I've seen. So own your stuff. I'm trying to stay professional. Own your stuff.
Exactly. Just assuming someone's going to put you on their succession plan. No, ask. This is the role that I want next. This is where I want to be. And so now they know, because if like Greg just said, closed mouths don't get fed. If you ain't told nobody, they have no clue what it is that you want.
That one, closed mouths don't get fed. Huh? Who said that one? I missed it.
Everybody's mama.
I'm about to say, Dr. say everybody. That's just like that's like the 1920s. I felt like they was out there shooting doing and like get fed, my brother.
No, my mother said a hard head makes a soft backside.
That's another one, but that's enough. That doesn't go with the same message, though, Dr. Monty.
Sorry. So how about the one that mother said that children in Africa are starving for that food?
Like send them.
Send it to them. Send it to them, because
I got that one all the time.
Right.
Dr. Bonnie, for the people who just may be tuning in right now to this call, again, let us know who you are and remind us of what your offer is, please.
Sure. I'm Dr. Bonnie Wilson. I am the CEO and executive coach of Exceeding the Mark Executive Coaching and Consulting, where we have ambitious, successful leaders come to us to learn to showcase their results and to go from promotion ready to promotion selected. What I'm offering to everyone right now is you can click on the link, give us a call. I digress. Sorry, I'll tell you what went through my head in a second. Click on the link and give us a call so we can set up a free 30-minute session to be able to see how we can work together and how I can get you to meeting your goals. Now, my separate thing that went through my head, because I digress. There was a commercial years ago that said, pick up the phone, give us a call. And that's what I was thinking, but I was trying to stay focused, Greg. I'm here.
Here you go, Dr. Bonnie. I see you, Dr. Bonnie, television. We hear it. Dr. Bonnie, real quick, what type of collaborations are you looking to make in these next couple of months?
Sure. Thanks for asking that. I'm looking for a couple of collaborations. One is I'd be happy to be on your podcast to be able to talk to leaders who are looking to be able to move forward. So I'm here for you. I'd love to be that speaker that can really connect with leaders. And the second thing, I'm looking for introductions to CEOs or COOs, or even the human resources person in organizations that know they are trying to get their leaders moving forward. So I'm looking for introductions to those people so I can share the wonderful results that we've gotten and then can also help them to get the same results for their leaders. So introductions, podcast guests. I'm your woman. Extraordinary.
This is your first time hearing Dr. Bonnie or speaking with Dr. Bonnie, you can see the content and the drive and the love that she has for the work that she does. There are a lot of people and a lot of things out there telling you they're going to get you ready for careers and that they're going to get you moving on. Dr. Bonnie takes the time to find out what your goals are. She makes sure that everything is aligned. And most importantly, as she says, she is your buddy. She is going to be the one to make sure that you are hitting every target the way that you are supposed to be, to getting you to get to those goals that you want the fastest and in the best way. And she does it with passion, drive, and a little bit of kick sometimes when she got to get you there. But at the end of the day, she's making sure you're getting to your goals. Dr. Bonnie, you are always, anytime I hear you speak, you are always giving the content and giving us those tips that we need. I had notes in my book, Dr. Bonnie. I got you here. This is your page. Got you here. But I'm sure everyone else that was watching, I'm sure has notes too. We appreciate you, Dr. Bonnie, and I know we are going to be seeing you around the tribe, and I know you're going to be tuning in for the rest of the week as well.
Yes, I will, and I'm going to Jamaica with the tribe, so
we'll see you there. Dr. Bonnie's going to have book plus 2, so we were talking about our books earlier. Dr. Bonnie has this book, and she's looking to collect her next book, y'all. It's like stamps, y'all. You got to get them. All right?
Like the passport stamps.
Thanks, y'all.
Passport stamps. You see it? You see what I did? You see what I did there, Ileka? You see
I did. I saw it.
International. You see what I did? You see what I did? All right. Yo, didn't she come with it though, Dr. Bonnie? Didn't she come with it? As always.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
She's amazing.
I already thought of, even while she was talking, I thought of 3 podcasts that we can connect her to. And that's exactly what we do here in the Success Tribe. It's all about the collabs. It's all about the connections.
In the tribe, that is all that we do. That's what we do. Collaboration is at the heart of everything. We believe when you get people in the right room, in the same room, with the same ideas and are willing to help, endless and boundless opportunities can help, guys. But that's what we do here at the tribe. And we are here in our expert series. I'm sorry, what you about to say, Ileka?
Oh, I was going to say, also be sure to text day 1 for Dr. Bonnie's, to connect Dr. Bonnie's offer. Text day 1 to 718-550-8706. You'll see it coming across the screen. Be sure to text day 1 because you're going to get all the speakers' offers from today. And that's what you want. You want to ensure that you're getting, and you're able to say, you know what? I'm going to be able to reinvent and reimagine you with Lori McDowell. I'm going to be able to get with Brendan and start to, step into my marketing experience and create my marketing plan. And I'm going to be able to talk to Dr. Bonnie and really get that career progression going, or share it with my sister who needs to get her progression going, right? Like that's the way this works.
Yeah, and everything and everyone that's spoken today, like it's like all these tools that we're able to use ourselves or share it with people who we know are in the midst of these places that they are in their career or in their journey. But yo, if you were tuning into us, guys, we are at our expert series, and we have our girl. Of course, we got Coach Ileka here with us, but we got our girl, our sponsor for the day, Lori. Lori, really quickly, let the people know who you are and tell them about your offer one more time for us again.
Sure. Thanks, Greg. I'm Lori McDowell. I am an author, coach, speaker. I own a company called Reimagine You Strategies, and I like to think of myself as the reinvention girl. Reinvented my life at almost 60 years old. And what I have to offer you is a bingo card to play Reinvention Mindset Bingo. It kind of helps you start on the path to changing your life, and just has some really fun things to do. And then also it followed up with a masterclass, a 90-minute masterclass to help you on the journey to, finding out, do I want to reinvent myself? And if I do, what do I want to do? So helping you take control of your life to find more ease and abundance.
To make sure you're getting Lori's offer, getting Brendan's offer, getting Coach Ileka who's coming with something with us offer, getting Dr. Bonnie. You got to make sure, guys, you are texting day 1 to 718-550-8706. And the crazy thing about it, we are not done. That's absolutely mind-blowing. We still are not done. I am going to go down, let you two chit chat for a little bit, and then we are going to get our next speaker, our girl, Sally, up to the stage in a little bit. But I will see you guys in a few.
Yes, definitely. All right, Lori. I know Sally is someone that you connected with to come and speak today because she has such an amazing story. So let's go ahead and introduce Sally. I'm really excited about this. This is about to be fire.
Yeah, Sally Gimmon is someone, we both have a coach. We met because we were in the same coaching program. So Sally's already got that coach. But Sally is the owner of The Trust Is You, and she's going to help you learn to save taxes legally with the Spendthrift Trust. Sally is, Dr. Bonnie told us how to get promoted. Sally's going to help you keep that money once you get promoted. If you have your own business, Sally's going to help you give less of it to the government. So a couple of years ago, Sally was told that she owed the federal government $79,000 in short-term capital gains, and she was shocked. She was not going to give that money. So she was determined to figure out how the rich people do it. They don't pay as many taxes. So how does she do it? She started her business, and she started teaching about spendthrift trust in September of 2000. And now she has a mastermind. She has a real estate group, and she tries to help as many people as want save taxes and keep their money. And she's offering a free gift of an amazing, you get a 30-minute tax breakthrough session. So I'm looking forward to hearing what Sally talks about, because I know I don't want to give money. I don't want to give my money to the government. I want to keep as much of it as possible.
Right, exactly. Let's bring Sally up on the stage so we can get this conversation going, because Sally is about to share some gifts here.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Sally. Everybody wants to hear about money and how to save their money. How to, especially
Exactly. Make the money. I'm here to help you save the money. Thank you for doing that, Lori. That was a wonderful introduction. I need you to be around more often.
Exactly. Well, let's go ahead and hand Sally the stage, hand you the reins so you can go ahead and share these tips, because I know folks are ready for them right now.
Excellent. The Spendthrift Trust is legal, copywritten. It's in the IRS tax code 643B. If you are a U.S. business owner or a 1099 income earner, you will save at least 90% on your federal income taxes, and in 43 states no longer pay state income taxes. If you're a U.S. investor, you will save the following 5 taxes: capital gains, interest income, dividend income, rental income, and royalty income taxes. My clients save thousands of dollars as their money to spend it the way they like. I guess I'll keep going. My website is www.thetrustisyou.com. I hold a weekly question and answer at 8 p.m. East Coast time every day, every Monday in the evening, if you can make it. This is the first time I've been on this show, so I'm a little bit not sure what I'm doing. But if I can help you save money, please set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me, and I'll take you out to NerdWallet. Sorry about that. I can't hear you.
That's because I really enjoy talking in the mute. It's like one of my favorite things. So, clearly. But we would love to hear maybe 3 tips that you have for our audience to show them how to truly be able to save their money that they make versus giving it to the government. Because we all know, how many times have we heard from folks saying the government takes 50% of our salary? Right? I mean, we hear it on a regular basis, right? Like, well, you got to get 50% of the government, and now you got the rest to move with, right? So now I would love to hear, and I know the audience would love to hear, kind of 3 tips where you are, sharing with us on how to keep that money for ourselves.
You're not going to be 100% tax-free. You're only saving certain taxes. So it's going to save you federal taxes year after year, generation after generation. It's going to keep your information 100% private. There's a false rumor out there your LLC or S Corp does that. I can go to the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission and research your LLC. 40% of all LLCs are sued every single year. Spendthrift Trust, all lawsuits become frivolous. And number 4, you will not have to do the 2024 Corporate Transparency Act from the Treasury Department. Please, if you are not going to get the trust, do the paperwork, because the Treasury Department will charge you $10,000 and or 2 years in jail if you don't do the paperwork. So this is one of the reasons I want to get my word out to as many people as possible.
Yeah. And that's so key, right? It's like once you get that word out, people know it, because right now, a lot of folks do not know about this. Can you tell a little bit about your story and how you actually, because we know that you had the $79,000 that you owe to the government, which is wild. Can you give us some information on like what made you decide and how did you even start to dig into this once you're like, what the F? Like, I know that was the first word. Even if you don't swear, what the F probably came up, right?
Well, I was cursing. I curse. So.
Okay.
True story. October of 2018 was a watershed month for me. I bought my dream car, a 2025 Hyundai Velastra with a moonroof. Oh, it was a sexy car. 3 weeks in having my car, Driving to work 7:30 in the morning, some idiot ran the red light, T-boned me on my passenger side. I didn't have gap insurance, silly Sally. I had to get a second car. And then my mom got very, very sick. She was on a ventilator for 13 months, in a hospital for 15 months. I had to change my life right away. I mean, I had $184,000 in debt, mortgage, student loans, credit card debt, 2 car payments, things like that, and an $8,000 deductible for my health insurance. If something happened to me, I'd be in trouble. So I called my friend who had invited me to a real estate meeting back in August of 2018, and I said, Glenn, I need to change my life. He said, hey, come to a party. I went to the party. I don't know about you, but going to a party by yourself, scary scenario. But the best thing I did, and in 2019, I was still working as a Medicare broker, making good money doing that. People turning 65, there's thousands of them every day. And then I wholesaled 7 properties, paid off $184,000 in debt. I was a rock star in my real estate group. Well, in 2020, my CPA called me and said, Sally, your tax rate went from 22% up to 24%. I don't know if you realize this, but there are 7 tax breaks from 10% up to 37%, 7 different layers. And I owed the federal government $79,000 for short-term capital gains because of wholesaling. Mm. I kept it together. I signed the paperwork. I got my parking validated. I went down to the parking garage and literally cried for 20 minutes. My solution was I had paid off my house. Smart thing to do. I took out a HELOC to pay for the government, but I had read an article about the Rockefeller's Trust. It's called The Office. Mm-hmm. It's 7 generations old and has over 400 people in it. Well, if the Rockefellers can save taxes, why can't I save taxes? I started calling people, researching it. I literally called a private law firm and said, I think you guys sell the trust. You have 4 trust attorneys. And they said, we have no idea what you're talking about. Next day, I get a call from one of the representatives. And he said, Sally, I hear you're thinking about getting the trust. Let's sit down and talk. I said, well, I want to teach this in my real estate group because, if I'm paying $79,000 in capital gains, I'm sure other people are. Right. So I was the first female mastermind in my real estate group. Still do this every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Arizona time. Arizona doesn't change times. But I was just listening to Dr. Bonnie Bala coach. Mm-hmm. My Thinking to Results coach said to me, she goes, you need to start a business and you need to start telling other people about this. I mean, I told Susan, Mom, my coach, I can lose 10 pounds. It's a whole lot easier. But I started my business in the middle of COVID, March of 2021. Yeah. And I'm helping people. A gentleman selling commercial lighting. Mm-hmm. He only works 3 days a week because he hates paying taxes. And we saved him over $36,000 in 2023. His comment to me is like, oh, no, I'll work 5 days a week. I'm like, must be nice to work 3 days a week.
Right. Why would you even up it? Go ahead.
Exactly. My favorite pizzeria here in North Carolina, a husband and wife, 2 locations making about $15,000 a month gross, $180,000 a year, with saving North Carolina state income taxes and federal taxes. They're saving over $29,000 a year. So they opened up a 3rd location just last month, and they'll open up a 4th location next year. My only problem is I can't go back to that pizzeria. They give me free food, and I'm going to get so fat. So, right. But just regular. I don't want to say regular people, but you don't have to be a Rockefeller. You don't have to be a Carnegie. If you're making at least $80,000 a year, you could be saving money. To give you an idea, in real estate, if you are doing, if you're married and 24% tax rate, and you wholesale or fix and flip a house for $12,000, I'm sorry, for $50,000, you will save $12,000 in short-term capital gains. Do it twice in 1 year, you pay for the trust, and it goes from year after year. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not reading the chat. I can't do.
No, you don't have to read the chat. No. We got the chat. I'll back you up with it.
I can just see it going. But
I mean,
I want to help people. I found out the secret of the rich. I want to tell other people about the secret of the rich.
Yep, exactly. And that's the question that someone asked in the chat. Like, the rich know, why is it such a secret? Because it's kept the secret so we continue to pay, right?
Correct.
And
you need to have, there's over 1 million attorneys in the United States. Only 4% are trust attorneys. This is, the law firm I called, which I knew had trust attorneys. And the guy said to me, we don't do this. I'm like, okay, you have these 4 trust attorneys. Then the representative called me. They don't want people to know about it. The Benson Financial Trust was written by Paul Benson 76 years ago. He was a Harvard law professor. He's written 5 different trusts: the business trust, the beneficial trust, the charitable trust, the senior trust, and the mineral trust. It's never been, none of the trusts have ever been audited, and you just save taxes year after year after year. I'm not trying to crow, but in 3 years, I've saved 6 figures. I've done 29 wholesale deals. I have 4 rentals. I have a crypto bot. The more money you have, the more options you get.
Right. Exactly. You know what's so funny is, and I love that you're talking about this, because recently I remember a friend of mine posted on Facebook how, got to pay my tax bill, got to pay this, got to pay that. Right. And it's like, and people are always talking, I have to I'm paying the government $15,000 this year, or I'm paying, $50,000 this year, got to pay this tax bill, got to pay my quarterly tax bill. And it's like looking at what you do and connecting with what you do literally is a game changer, because instead of paying that 50,000, maybe it's 20, right? I mean, if you got a 50, right, or even less, right? Because a $50,000 tax bill, what is that? If you're looking at it per quarter, that's what, $12,500 a quarter, right? Now, if you drop that down to $10,000 tax bill, that's what, like $2,500 a quarter? That's literally a $10,000 a quarter savings on tax bill.
Correct. And once you save this money, it's your money. You pay off your mortgage, buy a new car, take your family on a vacation, hire a VA, give to charity. I mean, it's
huge side.
Exactly. The first page of the tax code. I'm going to give you a funny statistic. My undergraduate degree was English literature. Love to read, but useless degree. But think of all of Shakespeare's work. Romeo and Juliet, As You Like It, Midsummer Night's Dream. Shakespeare's work is 1/10 of the tax code. I mean, the tax code is massive. First page of tax code says it's up to each individual to save taxes legally. With the Benson Financial Trust, Paul Benson knew what he was doing. The law firm has changed its name. It's now his grandson and great-grandson running the law firm. But they inherited a trust. A little bit of history. The trust comes from England. When King Henry VIII started the Church of England, that famous king that chopped off his wives' heads, started a church. Its contract law came to the colonies while we were still a colony. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that has turned 350 years old in 2023. For 3.5 centuries, they haven't paid taxes. Our current tax code that went into effect in February of 1913, the super rich families of that time, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, they put it in the tax code, way up 643B. I'll never be a CPA. I'm dyslexic. I transpose numbers. But most CPAs work in the 300, 400 level, and they don't study the tax code in law school. They study how to file taxes. So even CPAs, do you mind if I tell a story? I do my Monday night presentations, and a gentleman showed up. He's about 30 years old. His parents have 5 rentals in the Bronx, New York. They want to sell them. They're going to have humongous capital gains. Send him all the information. He calls me back. He says, my CPA says that this is not true. I said, here's a textbook that trust attorneys study in law school. It's called Scott and Asher on Trusts, 5th edition. 2 weeks later, someone makes an appointment on my calendar. I get on Zoom. I don't know who this person is. And he goes, I'm the accountant for the family. I downloaded the book. He goes, I have so many clients who are selling their apartment buildings. Can I do a JV with you? Right now, just to give you an idea, one of the buildings that the parents were selling, they saved over $3 million in short-term and long-term capital gains.
Wow.
I mean, they're 76 and 74 years old. That's their retirement money. That's a lot of money to be saving.
Exactly. You know what? And I know you were so passionate about this, and I love that.
I talk fast, so please tell me to slow down.
But it's so needed. Like, it's things that folks have not heard before, right? Like, this is really new, like Like, it's not new because you said it's like 100 years old, right? But it's like really
super rich
it's
know it. Correct.
new to the people who are either newly rich, right? Newly
Correct.
wealthy folks. It's new to them, and it's new to folks
Right.
who have not yet reached their wealth. So to know this right now, and that it's actually effective at the $80,000 level, right? Game changer. Absolute game changer. I'm so happy that you shared this. And guys, text day one for those who are watching, text day one to 718-555-8706 so you can learn more about what Sally is doing and how you can, connect with Sally to really get this. What was it that you shared to offer to the folks?
My offer is a free 30-minute tax breakthrough session. When you come to it, I take you out to a free website, NerdWallet. Anybody can go to it to find out the tax formula. I will send you 3 articles from Forbes magazine. All 3 articles say you should be making at least $3 million. Can I just give you a statistic? I did a statistic last week. If you are in Missouri and you're making $80,000 and you're single, with the Spendthrift Trust in 1 year, you will save $14,755.
Wow.
That's 1 year. 10 years later, you will save $145,000. This goes from generation to generation, years after years.
Amazing.
If you're in Illinois, again, making $80,000, you'd be saving $15,347 because that's state and federal income taxes. That's a lot of money. I mean, an extra $15,000 is what some people make working retail or working at McDonald's or something like that.
Exactly. You know what? Thank you so much, Sally. And everybody, text day one to 718-550-8706 because Sally just dropped some major gems, right? This is stuff that we all need to be looking into and really adding to. It's tax time. So this is the golden time to do this, right?
Exactly.
It's literally tax time. And if you haven't filed your taxes already, right there, you got it right there.
Well, you'd be surprised. I mean, I was embarrassed with my real estate group. I didn't want to show my face going, oh my God, I forgot capital gains. When I started teaching this in my real estate group, so many people were telling me how they too are in trouble or on payment plans with the IRS. So it's like, it's a taboo subject. Death and taxes are taboo. And thank you for giving me the ability to talk about this, because if I can help someone get out from underneath a tax bill, one thing I have to say, I can't work with W-2 income earners, and I can't work with something that's already happened. We can only go forward, if that makes sense. We can't go backward.
Absolutely. And like I said, you've been giving tips. And as Ileka said all day, with taxes, anytime somebody hears taxes and somebody's getting free information on taxes, I think that's anytime somebody they want to listen a little bit, especially when you have a business. But the information that you were able to give was just very direct information. It wasn't like, I'm going to give you a little bit of it. Sometimes when you hear about people's taxes, I'm going to give you a little bit of information, and then you got to follow up with me on a call to figure out how we're really going to reel this in and do all these things. You just give.
I want people to know that I can be honest. I got in trouble. I mean, I forgot about taxes. How do you forget about taxes?
Yeah.
No, but
you don't want to pay it. That's why.
You try to forget about them. No,
right.
But really quickly, again, for the people who are just joining in with us, Sally, let them again know who you are, what your business is, and remind us of what this offer that you are offering our audience out today.
I appreciate that. My name is Sally Gimmon. I am the owner of theTrustIsYou.com. I help U.S. business owners and U.S. 1099 income earners save at least 90% on their federal income taxes. And in 43 states, no longer pay state income taxes. And in U.S. investors, you will no longer pay capital gains, interest income, dividend income, rental income taxes, and royalty income taxes on your profits. My free offer is a 30-minute tax breakthrough session. I will take you out to NerdWallet, show you the formula. I will send you 3 articles from Forbes magazine, 2 pages of case law to prove to you it's been in front of the United States Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court says it's legal. And I have testimonials. My clients only will let me use first names. They won't let me tell them what state they're from. But I have testimonials from other clients showing them how much they're saving in taxes.
Yep. Hey, and y'all better get on text day one to 718-550-8706 so you can get on Sally's calendar, because guess what? it's about to be full because I'm already clicking. I'm already clicking, right? Me, Greg, Lori, and Deanna are clicking, right? Christopher,
Click. You already know. Click with this. You want to see? I want to see my notes in this. Hold on. I got y'all. Hold on.
So she's got at least 5.
That's great. Yes. I think Sally's going to be busy the next couple of weeks.
Lori and I are in a mastermind together, and the gentleman who runs the mastermind, I gave him a quote, and he's just like, "I'm going to save over $70,000." I'm like, "Yeah, you are." And then and he's just like, "They've got a baby coming." He's just like, "I can pay for a college fund for just 2 years for my baby." I'm like, "Yes, you can."
Exactly. Yep.
Just by working with Sally, she will figure it out to get you that college fund that you didn't even know that you were going to need. Make sure that you text day 1 to 718-550-8706. Sally, lastly, right before we let you go, just tell us very, very quickly, what type of collaborations are you looking to make with people in the audience?
I'm looking to make collaborations with business brokers, people with financial advisors. I also have a JV agreement. If anyone wants to be an affiliate of mine, send me clients. My CRM tags them, so I know that. But I would love to be on podcasts and on stages because I want to get the word out to as many people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, again, text day 1 to 718-550-8706 to contact Lori and get up on this offer to get those taxes right. We appreciate you, Sally, and we will see you around.
I appreciate Lori inviting me, and Ileka, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Thank you, Sally.
Good message too.
Wow. And look who's back.
I'm like, y'all just took over. I left and it just blew up. $70,000 on taxes.
I knew that would hurt if anybody. I know Deanna was gonna come back for that.
I was like, wait, huh? I was texting Greg on the side, like, you got the notes? Send me the notes.
No, I was just on a replay.
I need this. Yes, this is absolutely what I need.
You the friend I was talking about. I was
like, I got a friend. I'm a friend.
I ain't gonna say no names, but
looking out.
That's so dope. How did it go, guys? I was.
It was great.
It was good.
Amazing.
That was Sally was Lori's connect, and thankful for it because the information that she was able to get just a crucial time. That's important information for us to know, especially people on this call. We got our Facebook people, our LinkedIn people, our YouTube people, everyone doing their thing. This information, for this year, but also as Sally said, she works
for
best
the future.
For future planning. So getting in her calendar and getting in to see exactly what she can do for your business in your states and everything that she has. It's an absolute no-brainer offer, guys. So you got to make sure you hit that.
I love that.
Yeah, especially once Brendan helps us make all that money from all our connections. We're going to need Sally. Yeah, we don't need her already. We're going to need her in the future.
Once that YouTube channel's up, Lori,
That's right. I'm going to need Sally.
We all need Sally. How did Lori do today, y'all?
Lori was absolutely amazing today. The content she was able to give, and then just her going back and forth with all of our guests. She's been dropping all the gems and all the tips.
Yay.
Lori, it was so much fun. It was exciting. I love being here. What a great group of speakers. I can't wait to watch the next 4 days. If you hadn't cleared your calendar for the next 4 days, do so now because today was just a start.
Look, and we got the recap coming. Mark is going to do the recap and he's going to edit. I'm going to make sure what minute are we at? We're going to get Lori saying exactly what she just said. Today. We are so glad that you joined us. And Lori, what's the great part about this is that you now are part of the Success Tribe family. So you're going to be on our 3G sessions. You are going to be engaging with the folks inside of the Facebook group. You're part of our family now. So we're just so excited to have you here. And we're so glad that you joined us today as a sponsor.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to collaborating with everyone. Collaboration is amazing. So I can't wait to meet everyone else is part of it. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited.
We are excited for Lori and Deanna. Lori was getting very jealous of my book, and she was finding out.
Yeah, Lori. Okay,
I
Lori.
need to check the calendar. April, I may have a conflict, but Jamaica does sound awful nice.
I mean, Lori, we do have literally 2 suites left.
Mhm.
There are 2 rooms.
And a book. Yeah, the book.
We're going either way. We're going either way. But it would be even better if you were there, right? If y'all are watching right now and y'all gonna be in Jamaica, I know we got some of our Jamaica folks here. Let's put a little peer pressure on Lori.
This is time number 2. You missed the first one. Now we ready. Yeah,
ready? All right.
We're waiting for
Lori,
Lori.
I'm gonna be in your DMs. I'm gonna be in your DMs, Lori.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Lori, thank you so much for being here today.
Lori, one more time.
Greg, and Ileka gonna wrap up, but we are just so grateful that you were here, and we can't wait to see you in the comments cheering everybody on for the rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to be there, so I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
So it was dope. Y'all, I mean, y'all didn't even need me, clearly. I mean, that's the power of collaboration. Y'all just had it.
No, it was a great day. Our speakers from beginning to end, though. Like literally starting off with Ileka, then we had our girl Lori coming on, then we had Brendan and Dr.
Brendan got here. Okay, Brendan was here. Look, I didn't even get to see.
Brendan, Dr. Bonnie, and then ending up with Sally. The content that we were getting, it was able to help anywhere in your business, and it flowed into that ease and abundance. What do you think about it, Coach Ileka?
100%. I mean, ease and abundance in whether you are in your career, because Dr. Bonnie talked about how you get ease and abundance in your career. And Brendan came in and he was talking about getting ease and abundance in your business. And Lori talked about getting ease and abundance in your life. Like, we were not playing. And then Sally was like, let me show you how to get some ease and abundance in your finances. Stop worrying and stressing out about these tax bills, because we got you.
Let me find a little $70,000 for you. Just a little something for you. That's all she said. Just a little something.
I'm excited. And if this is day 1, I cannot wait for the upcoming days. This series, just every single time, people love it. If y'all are watching right now, all the Facebook users, all the people who are here, y'all make sure to tag some people that need to be here tomorrow and for the rest of the week, because this is just the opener. It's just going to keep going up and up and up. Make sure that folks go to the Success Tribe, SuccessTribeExpertSeries.com, SuccessTribeExpertSeries.com, so that they can register. Remember, we are crazy enough to have this be a free stream for you. All you got to do is register.
Right.
And you can access this whole series.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. So excited to be able to jump in. Who do we have tomorrow, y'all?
Tomorrow's day, y'all. Hold on, because I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to tell you right
We got now. Sarah hosting, Sarah Khan.
Okay.
Sarah hosting, and then she's passing it off to Heather for that 12:30 slot. Nice. And then at 1 o'clock, we got our girl Leilani hitting us off at 1 o'clock.
Heat.
Yep.
And then closing us out tomorrow, we got Melanie.
Wow. Okay, we got some heavy hitters tomorrow. And all those people, when I think about them, I think about ease and I think about abundance in the work that they're doing. Really diverse group too. Sarah's out in Canada.
Yeah.
Leilani's in Michigan. Melanie, I don't remember where Melanie is located. But this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I'm excited about it. Make sure y'all pop in to join us tomorrow. Y'all give it up for Greg and Ileka for holding it down. And I am making a very special announcement tomorrow. I don't know if they alluded to it at all, but I'm making a very special announcement tomorrow. I have a secret that I'm going to share. Greg and Ileka don't even completely know what it is, but there's a big secret that's going down tomorrow. So come tomorrow so that you can hear the secret.
Ileka, she think we don't be knowing, but we be knowing, Ileka.
We know.
Y'all
might think y'all know, but y'all know I could always, so I'm just saying. Y'all might think y'all know, but y'all may be going down the wrong path. But tomorrow, it was such a great time today. So excited. And we can't wait to see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, make sure you tune in for the rest of the week. Like we've been saying, if we starting off this week with the fire today, you gotta be here all week. You can't miss a day. Miss a day, you miss a lot.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Ileka, you want to leave us with anything else before we roll out?
No, just set your calendars for tomorrow, because it's going to be even more fire coming through.
That's it. Set your
right.
calendars for tomorrow. We can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. Join us at 12 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours. It's going to be fire. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right. Bye, everybody.